demoing something, it's always best to disassemble it as much as you can, piece by piece, rather than taking a sledgehammer or pry bar to it, because then you don't have to do as much repair work, or the cosmetics aren't as bad. So I'm going to attempt to take this shelf out of here one piece. There's just some screws holding it in. Sometimes they're Phillips, but very often they are square drived. And if they're square drive, you always want to try to use the square drive because it works much better and less chance of stripping. And that was the wrong size square drive, I think. Yep. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully this is the right size drive. Yay! Unfortunately, sometimes even if you have the right size, it don't matter. Older vehicles, they get rusted out, and it's going to be a fight no matter what you do. So. Well, looks like it's time for a little hammer action. But I'm still going to go gentle and slow. There we go. Good little taps here and there. Alright, now if I get a little better angle on that screw head. Just shot. You'll find with most cabinetry, put together with pocket screws from the back, and so you can just take and you get a tip of a bit in there, back them out so you can just take this out without damaging or trashing everything. Don't know if this bit is going to be getting in there quite so well. There's a whole lot to be said for having the right tool for the right job. Unfortunately, sometimes, especially these older vehicles, they just are not going to come out the way you'd like, and you got to kind of give them a little extra help. So sometimes you just don't have any choice but to break stuff because, like I say, the screws aren't going to come out. I'm going to go ahead and take this piece out just to make access to everything easy, although I don't plan on leaving it in the end result. But for the time being, having it out of the way will be helpful for getting the rest done. Gently tap it out of place. There we go. And in this case, there's some water damage in here, so I'm most likely going to replace this whole thing anyhow. That's just it's going to fail. So that will end up being garbage and get replaced with something new. In the case of this bar, which needs to come out, because this is going to cut off here. Since I can't get to these pocket screws, as they're rusted out, I'm going to break this end off and try to pry that end off. Okay, so that end is broke free. Hopefully we can carefully pry this end out without damaging the wood. As you can see here, these screws are very rusted. What I'll end up doing is take a pair of pliers and just gently take them out, but the wood here, generally speaking, isn't damaged. Whereas in this side, it's definitely damaged, but this whole section will be getting cut out anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. It appears this end is broke loose. We'll be replacing this piece of wood in here anyhow because of the dry rot, water damage, and reconnecting this. So, and actually, what I may do probably won't do that.